Hi Flosstube! If we haven't met yet, my name is Daleen, and this is my channel where I talk about cross stitch and a little bit of quilting and sewing and a teeny bit of crochet and things that I bake and cook and my grandbabies and of course what I'm grateful for. So thanks a lot for stopping by. Can I interest you in a fresh, oh, they smell really good, blueberry muffin! Blueberries from my garden! Oh, I had a really good harvest this year. And I froze oodles and oodles of bags of blueberries. So, oh, these look so good. I am not touching them. If I got blueberry stuff on my cross stitch, ooh, I would be crying. I'd be a sad girl. We're going to just set those far away so we don't have an accident. But anyway, oh, okay, I have the coffee going. However, the whole house smells like cinnamony apple goodness. Okay, so I'm making applesauce. Right this second, I'm making applesauce. I know, it's super easy. Okay, actually we went east the mountains this weekend and brought back a whole bunch of different kinds of apples. And okay, so I peeled and cored them and chopped them up kind of rough, you know, just big chunks of them, and filled my entire slow cooker, crock pot. And then I added a splash of lemon and a whole bunch of cinnamon, fresh grated, just a little bit of nutmeg. And then I just turned it on, walked away, threw all the peels away. Good, I'm good to go. And the house smells so good. It smells like fall. So today is September 23rd. The first day of fall. Happy fall, y'all. That's what my little grandson told me. He's happy fall, y'all. So anyway, our house smells wonderful. You're more than welcome to come over, pour yourself a cup of coffee, and sit back and relax, and we'll share a little bit of stuff this morning. So first of all, the quilt behind me is a flannel quilt, and it's I bring it out and toss it on one of the sofas in the library, and it gets used more than any other quilt. It's so soft on both sides, and it's cozy, and it is machine pieced and machine quilted. Okay, here's a tip for you. Don't sew flannel for quilts really, really, really tight. Make your seams or your stitches a lot looser. Because when they're really, really tight, it ends up being like perforated paper, and it kind of easily tears apart. So I've repaired that several times. Anyway, it's cozy, it's comfy. It was totally worth making all out of flannel. It's a good one. So, okay, I have some housekeeping first of all before I get going. One of the questions that someone asked me was about this blue plate that hung behind me in the last video. And it is the maker's mark on the back. Actually, can I just show you closer? It has a lion on it. And it's called Churchill, made in Staffordshire, England. I think, yep, that's how you say it. Okay. Anyway, when we lived in Europe, all different places, even just like a grocery store or a little tiny shop or a big shop, I would scope out and find some blue and white plates. So I have a couple dozen different blue and white plates, and I can set a beautiful table with all of the different ones. I try to keep all the napkins the same or all the silverware the same, and then all the chargers, I'll either use dark blue or white chargers. And so then all the plates kind of each person's is different, and it's really fun. So anyway, so that was the answer to that question. The other question was, behind me there was a cross stitch piece, and it is Coffee Saves Lives. There you go. That's pretty good. I have this huge bouquet of balloons in front of me. It's really, really huge. It was a really nice surprise. It was, Mr. Wright brought me this huge bouquet of balloons that said congratulations and big stars. There's red ones, there's silver ones. And I said, what is this? And he said, I thought you're supposed to celebrate Flosstube. And I said, okay. And he said, you have 2,000 subscribers. And I'm like, holy Toledo. Thanks for noticing. I sort of forget to look at those things. So that was pretty exciting. So the next night we had crab cakes. Oh, they're so good. No, I don't use crab. I use hearts of palm. Everybody that's ever eaten crab cakes at my house eats them. I never have leftovers. And nobody's ever asked me what kind of crab was that. I know. So if you come to my house and you have crab cakes, either as an appetizer or the main dish, they will be made out of hearts of palm. So anyway, so those big balloons, you can kind of see them in the reflection. Okay, focus. All right, so this hung behind me in the last video, and it is called Coffee Saves Lives by Heartstring Samplery, and her name is Beth Twist. So there you go. And I can't share the pattern because I already passed it on to another stitcher. So anyway, and the other question I had was all of the eggs that my chickens lay, what do we do with them? Do we eat eggs? Okay, so first of all, our dog Liberty used to eat about a dozen every 2 weeks. We would make her food, and so we used them that way. And a couple times a month, I'll have an egg or use it in baking or something. Mr. Wright eats a couple more than I do. But I made some tags, and I buy egg cartons from the feed store, and then I fill them up with my eggs. I wash them, fill them up with my eggs, and tie a tag on them, and that gives me something to go to the different neighbors around my neighborhood and talk and have something to hand over, and it makes for a great conversation. And nobody's really that upset that my chickens might be making noise early in the morning, and if they are, they don't say anything because they get free eggs. So that's how that works. Okay, let's see. Oh, I have a previous finish. I already started decorating and putting things up for fall and autumn, and I came across this beauty. You can tell I made it. Oh, I have the date inside. Okay, this is a wooden hoop, and inside it says 1988. That's neat that I wrote that in there. I just now noticed that. Ooh. Okay, so 1988, I did all these ruffles and lace, and I apparently hot glued a ribbon on here. It says A Time for Thanks. And it's couple of pumpkins surrounded by some leaves, and I haven't put it out for a couple years, and when I saw it in the bin I thought, oh, I should show my friends, my Stitchy friends, but I kind of want to take it out of this and regroup. I don't really decorate this way anymore with lots of lace and ribbons, and so maybe I can figure out a way to frame it or something. I don't know. We got to calm it down a little bit. Okay, let me see. What are we on here? Let's see. How about some works in progress? What do you think about that? Okay, so here's my crocheting. It's with that really neat kind of new yarn, this velvet yarn. My niece Jennifer told me about it, and so she made the most beautiful gray pillow, and I bought some gray too, so I'm going to be a copycat. Anyway, okay, so I got this color. Alright, so this is what I'm making. I'm making a pumpkin. Or like a gourd or something. No, a pumpkin. I'm going to make a pumpkin. Okay, so you stitch around the whole thing. I still have a little bit to go. And then you sew it together, and then you stuff it, and you put like either a real twig or a cinnamon stick at the top and some vines and stuff. So, and you fill it, and it's going to be this really great pumpkin, I hope. I don't know. Wait. Okay, I'll show you the finished product when I'm all done. If it worked out. I think it'll work out. There's a lot of patterns on YouTube for making crocheted pumpkins, so I wanted to try. So it's not going as smooth as I thought it would, but I'll keep trying. Okay, let's see. What am I working on? Okay, the piece that I was working on last time, it's called Beloved Companion Memorial Sampler. Okay, wait, here, I'll give you the pattern so that you can see the pattern. And it's by Pineberry Lane. There you go. Okay, and I decided to do it in red, to make it as a red sampler. So I'm using it for Sampler September. And I started with the little tiny 1/1. A couple of these borders are 1/1. These words. So I got some of the majority of the parts done that I could, and now it's just little by little. And I only really work on it about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. My eyes get a little bit tired with the 1/1. This is 32 count, and it's a beautiful color. It's turning out really nice, so I'm really happy with it. Really very happy with it. I love the red, all red. That's that schoolhouse red, and I definitely would like to do another sampler with that all red. It's just so relaxing. If you you know, come in from gardening or after dinner and you want to calm down a little bit, you don't have to think about changing colors or which color goes where. You just can stitch. It's lovely. It's really lovely. Okay, the other one I'm working on, you remember this one, Silent Sampler by Rosewood Manor. And it's slowly but surely coming along. I don't know. I'm not doing very well with this today. Let's see. Let's go this way. I don't know. Wait, back up. Okay, I'll hold it still. There you go. Anyway, it's coming along. I am going to finish it, and I am using it for sampler September. And that's been nice. That's kind of helped me kind of focus in on that. And I have enjoyed it, but I'll be honest, I think it's going slow because I've made a few mistakes and I've had to kind of fudge it a little bit, which is fine. I'm fine with that. It's just I was a little disappointed at first, and so I just need to get past that and just get it done. It'll make me happy. It'll be a good thing once it's done. Okay, let's see. The other thing I'm working on, remember last time I showed you this pattern? It is my first prairie schooler. I never had done one before. And I am taking out the skate, the figure skates, and just leaving in the hockey skates and the hockey stick and puck. Mr. Wright collects Santas, so I thought this would be a fun piece to give him this year for Christmas. And so I start Friday night. I started it after we did dinner and big old date night going grocery shopping. That is not a date night. Ugh. I used to love grocery shopping when I was first married, and I don't really like it that much anymore. All right, anyway. Okay, so grocery all put away, and we came home, and I said, ooh, I'm going to start that prairie schooler. So this one I decided to practice on before I start that Savior's Praise, because I was thinking I want to do it 1 thread over 2. And so this one was my practice one. So I stitched a little bit Friday night, a little bit Saturday, and then last night while Mr. Wright was making juice, I stitched a little bit. Okay, it's not finished. Look, I just stuck it kind of in there so you could see. So basically I was looking to see about this outline stitch. Do you see that one border stitch they put around the entire piece? I didn't know how that would look in the frame that I chose. And so actually I put this in this morning, and I've decided to leave that piece, that border running stitch around it off. And it makes this look like I, chose to put it in this frame. So, stitch it for this frame. I'm just going to leave that off. So all I have left is just part of his coat. I know, that's pretty neat. It went really lickety split. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want to stitch just 1 thread over 2 forever and ever. Amen. I really love it. It lays so flat. The stitches are really even and nice, and I really love that look. So next time I see you, I will have finished his coat, and I will have framed this correctly, not just like this. But it's really nice, and I didn't realize how quickly these go. It was just really literally a couple days over the weekend and a couple hours here and there, and it's so nice. Not very many thread colors, and this is all DMC, so we all have some of those in our stash, I would think. Actually, I heard Connie G. She's one of the gals that I'm going to talk about, one of the Flosstube gals that I want you to go visit. She's so calm and nice and kind. She has beautiful stitching. Oh, she just did the 3 dog stitching. It came out of the same book of the elephant that I did. So anyway, you gotta go. Connie G Stitches, and she is just so, I just want to channel her. She just speaks calmly and clearly. She's just very kind and considerate, and I love listening to her. I love drinking my coffee and stitching with her. But one of the things she said, and I just kind of giggled out loud, was that she has thousands of, it seemed like thousands of skeins of DMC, and yet she still had to go to the store and buy 2 she didn't have. So that kind of made me giggle, like, oh, that's exactly it. Every time I say, oh, I have to go pick up a thread, 1 or 2 threads, and then Mr. Wright says, I thought you had boxes of thread. It's not the color that I want. So anyway, hey, if you get a chance, go check out Connie G. But anyway, this has been a real pleasure. Really quick. I'm going to actually I want to sit down and finish this right after lunch today, and then get it all framed and actually put it away. And then when it comes time for Christmas time, pull it out for decorating, and it'll be really nice to see, that I had it all finished. That'll be a good thing. Okay, what else am I working on? Ooh, do you want to do the giveaway? I know, I want to do the giveaway. Okay, hold on. Here it is. Okay, remember, it was this project bag. Okay. And our friend Barbara Braun, she lives in Washington State, and she... Oops-a-daisy. Oh, I got it. Okay, and she donated this pattern called A Perfect World by the Scarlet House. It's really a lovely pattern. The more I look at it, oh, I just love it. I think I might want to do it. It's really nice. Okay, so I made a couple of floss. Oops. There you go. Put some tea in here, some floss cards. And then this pattern was donated by Barbara for all of us because she enjoys the Flosstube videos. So she wanted to share. And then so there was 107 comments, and I sent them to her. I sent her, I made, scanned the names so she got to see them all. And I said it's up to her. She gets to pick and choose. So she gets to choose if she cut all the names apart and put them in a hat, or she did the random generator, or asked her neighbor to pick a number, or I don't know how she did it. She came up with number 11. And number 11 is Lisa Loves Stitching. I know. Congratulations, Lisa. Lisa lives in Australia. She has her own Flosstube channel. And, oh, okay. So this particular drawing, I had just asked, oh, just tell me a good deed or a random act of kindness that you did. Oh my goodness, I was blown away by the response. Okay, first of all, let me tell you about Lisa. Okay, one of the things that Lisa said that she had done on her way to work, she saw I believe it was sadly a homeless person who didn't have a very good, she called it a walking stick, but I think it's a cane. Okay, so didn't have a very good walking stick. It looked like it was kind of old, and she thought that maybe he would slip and fall because it didn't seem that sturdy. So she went out and bought a new one, and then she just took it with her like every day for like a week or something, hoping that she'd see the same guy again. She saw him around a fast food place, and so she was kind of keeping her eye out, and then one day she saw him. So she just worked up the courage and went over there and said, I was wondering if you'd like a new walking stick. And he said yes. And so she said she had him stand up to make sure it was the correct height, or she could adjust it or what have you for him. But he really liked it, and he said thanks. And he took the old one and just put it in the garbage can and just walked away with this new one. So she felt really good that she noticed it, and then she could help him so that he wouldn't fall down. Oh, Lisa, thank you. And the thing about Lisa is that she's very observant. That's what I noticed about all the comments. everybody was so observant. That was the most wonderful thing. People noticed kids that maybe needed a new backpack. People noticed when somebody was in a restaurant and they just decided, I'm going to pay for their meal. Every one of you observant with shaking hands, thanking people for their service, paying for things. Oh my gosh, I was teary-eyed, start to finish. It was amazing. And I don't normally say this, and I know that we're not supposed to like be boastful and talk about our good deeds, but if you get a chance and you're eating your lunch or have a cup of coffee, just sit down for a few minutes and scroll through some of the comments. Oh my goodness. The people in our group are amazing. These people elevate us as cross-stitchers. They're the good ones. They're the angels among us. I'm telling you. I have a few of them. Oh, there's one lady that does a teacup ministry. What is this? Okay, so she gets teacups from teacup saucer from like the thrift shops, Goodwill, what have you. Takes them home, washes them, fills them up with little goodies, tea, candies, what have you, ties them all up, and she gives it to people in her community who she thinks might need a little lift, a little something if they're not feeling good. That is so thoughtful. We have people praying for people every single day. We have people paying for meals. We have people paying for the next person in line when they go through a drive-through or in line when they get coffee in the morning. Sometimes they just pay for the person behind them. No reason. They don't even know the person behind them. Some people have paid for tolls. They go through the toll booth and they pay theirs, and then they just randomly pay the next person's. They don't know who that is. We have really, really great people surrounding us. I think we've kind of gotten in this thing about listening to the news about there's bad people and people that aren't kind and that do some terrible things. That's not this group. This group is full of really amazing people. There's people that paid for bills for an entire year. There's Leslie. Okay, Leslie P. She's in our group. She goes and stitches with another friend because her friend can't get out to go stitch with people. And then Leslie said, I think I get more out of it than she does. How kind, how wonderful is that? So all of these things, some cost a lot of money and a lot of time and effort. There's people that have been paying for missionaries and supporting them for years. And then there's people that are praying for others, going over to stitch with somebody else. Those are wonderful things. Oh, Diana. Okay, Diana, get this. Her mother-in-law was in the hospital and was just fretting and worried about her garden and, oh dear, I need to get better. I need to get home. All those weeds. Diana secretly snuck home, weeded the whole garden, and never said a word. When her mother-in-law came home, her garden had no weeds in it, and she was so happy. These are wonderful, wonderful things. Oh my gosh, it made me so happy. Okay, so Mary works at, volunteers at the USO, and when she sees a service member, she goes and shakes their hand and says, thank you for your service, which in itself is amazing, is wonderful. My brother-in-law went to Vietnam, and when he came back, nobody said thank you for your service. Nobody. And so to have these people deliberately observing and looking and watching out for soldiers, and she thanks them. That's what she does. The USO is in a wonderful place, and I've actually used it. Yes, I have. Okay, here's the thing. And once I read her comment about thanking others, I was like, oh, the USO, I love them. And yes, we make a donation to the USO every single month. Okay, so one time, and I don't really remember the reason why, but I had a 3-year-old and a new baby, and I was in an airport, and I was going somewhere, and I didn't have, Mr. Wright was not with us. So we had backpacks and blankets and stuffed animals and bags of Cheerios and my purse and a lot going on. And somehow I got turned around and I couldn't find where I was supposed to be, and I was getting all flustered and sweaty, and I couldn't think straight, and I was trying to keep track of these children, and I was frustrated and disappointed in myself, and I saw that USO sign, and I thought, oh, Mr. Wright said if I ever got in trouble, go there and they could help me. They direct me or rearrange or something. I don't know what he said. And so I just went in there, and I blustered in there with a little kid and a baby and all this gear and the diaper bag and all this. And I was just like, oh my gosh, could you please help me? And these two ladies came right over, and they were like, oh, the little baby, oh, the little boy, he's so cute. I was like, is there any way you could just watch him for 1 minute? I just need to go potty, please. I just need to use the restroom. And the one lady said, oh, honey, go get some lipstick on, calm down, it'll be fine. I just ran to I don't know why I trusted them. I just left my kids there with all this gear and this big pile of stuff, and I went to the ladies' room and, okay, took care of business and got some lipstick on and refreshed a little bit. All right, I came out. I was so panicky and worried, and I came out, and they were holding the baby, and our oldest was coloring and had a little juice box, and he was so happy, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, and just calm down. Here's a bottle of water. You need to have a drink of water. So I had a drink of water, and then they said, hey, where do you need to go? And then they walked me to the gate. They helped me carry all this stuff and my kids, and they were so happy, and the kids were so happy, and I got lipstick on. I was so happy to have a little bit of lipstick and a little bit of powder, and I just felt like a whole new woman. So God bless the USO. Anyway, I don't know why I went down that rabbit trail, but Mary, thank you for volunteering at the USO and for shaking hands. Thank you to all of you. The comments, the acts of kindness, the generosity, the observance. Oh my gosh, you guys really pay attention to what's going on and seeing where you can help, seeing what you can do. And some is free and some is extremely expensive and everything in between. So there's something for all of us. So anyway, if you get a chance, read those comments. They're wonderful. But again, congratulations to Lisa, and thank you so much, Barbara, for donating the pattern and choosing the winner for us. That's wonderful. And I know you're not listening to this right now because you're in jury duty this week. So thank you for your community service. We all appreciate you. Okay. You know what? Talking about charity. Okay. I made a quilt and I backed it with this flannel, this green, beautiful flannel. I love the pattern. I love the look. I love the feel. Okay, we have a Flosstube gal, and I'm sure you all know her. Her name is Michelle, and her Flosstube channel is called Bendy Stitchy. Here's the thing about her. She gives to charity every single month. She chooses a different charity. And so sometimes people donate things. And so I happen to have made a quilt this past couple weeks, and I donated it to Michelle. So next month, for the month of October, she's going to be showcasing Alzheimer's awareness, research, gathering some money. She'll probably do her walkathon again. And the whole month, she'll be earning money for Alzheimer's patients. So I'm not going to show you the picture. You have to tune in to Michelle when she showcases it. Once she does, then I'll put a picture on Instagram. I'll put a picture on my blog. I'll share it here on my Flosstube. Anyway, it's called a busy quilt or a fidget quilt. And sometimes when people have dementia or the early onset of Alzheimer's, they're extremely frustrated, which we all would be, because they still know that they should remember certain things or certain words or certain ways to get a certain place, and they can't. And so they find themselves fidgeting with a zipper or a pillow or a certain blanket or buttons on their shirt. And so I make these quilts called fidget quilts, and they're to go on a person's lap about that size. It's about 34 inches square. I back it with this flannel material so that it doesn't slip and slide off of their lap, so that somebody else doesn't have to help them pick it up all the time. And it has 12 different blocks, and each one has a zipper, one has shoelaces, one has buttons. It's all different kinds. So anyway, it's a really fun thing to sew, but I just wanted to give you just a little sneak preview. This is what the back looks like, so you never know what the front will look like. I did make it so that it was gender neutral, so whoever bids on that for her auction, it doesn't matter if it's for a woman or a man. And I live in America, so every single one that I've made so far, I've stitched a small American patch, flag patch on the quilts. This time I did not, because we don't know where it might end up. That'll be the fun part. So anyway, I hope you check out Michelle at Bendy Stitchy. In the beginning of October, she'll start showcasing some of the things that people have donated to for her charity. So I hope you'll go over there, and don't worry, I'll remind you, because we're all in this together. We need to support Michelle. But I thought it would be a fun thing to donate. So thanks again for leaving all those kind words and all of the acts of kindness that we've all done. I know we're supposed to keep them secret, but sometimes just hearing what other people have done, it kind of sparks this idea. Ooh, that's a great idea. Maybe I could do something like that. You'll just find oodles and oodles of ideas. We are surrounded by angels in this community. Every one of you elevates the rest of us. Those kind of behaviors, those kind of actions, that's the good stuff. That's the really good stuff. So thanks a million for writing those down. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I have one thing that last time I showed you. I finished it's called Primitive Hearts, and it was by Sub Rosa Designs. And you go online, order the patterns, and then you download them, print them, pay for them, download them, print them, and then you can cross stitch them. Okay, so I cross stitched the piece with the hearts on it, and and it had alphabet on it, and I just wasn't that thrilled with my colors, or I don't know, it didn't make me that tickled when it was done. I was like, okay, I finished it, I'm going to put it in my box. And my friend Lanete, homesteading on the Homefront, she wrote me a note and said, oh, you should turn that into a drum. And I said, but I don't know how to make a drum. She said, you could learn. So I typed in Vonna, the Twisted Stitcher, and she has a tutorial how to make a drum out of a cross stitch piece. And oh, thank you, Vonna. She does a marvelous job. She's just a natural born teacher, number one. She speaks really clearly and slowly so you can follow right along, which is wonderful. And the finished product is amazing. She teaches you step by step how to do it. It's filled with fiber fill and those crushed walnut shells. So it has a little bit of oomph to it, which is nice. Okay, the bottom. Oh, here, let me turn it around. I fussy cut some fabric and put a little bird on the bottom. I did the same with the top. Where's the bird? There's the bird. And then you can kind of see, oh, here, let me, maybe on front of my shirt you can see. It's a little bit domed and it's like padded. I added a little bit of ecru colored lace around it, hand stitched that, and all of a sudden, this pattern that it just didn't tickle me. Now it kind of wows me. I'm so happy with this. It's just beautiful. Thank you, Lanete, for the idea. Oh, you're a smarty pants. Thank you so much. And thank you. Mwah! Thank you, Vonna, for all of the tutorials you give us for free. And they're so easy to follow. And you end up with this really lovely project that you're so proud of, and you want to show everybody, look, I made this drum. You want to show everybody that comes into your house, and nobody really understands why you're so tickled. It's really neat. It was really a fun way to finish something that it just wasn't speaking to me to frame it or something, but isn't this charming? It's just so cute and wonderful and substantial. It has a good weight to it. It stands up. This is a hard piece of it's not cardboard, tagboard. Oops, I can't remember what it is. Sorry. Go to Vonna's tutorial and she'll teach you. And it's just really, really it's like store-bought or something. I really loved it. It turned out so nice. So anyway, thank you, Vonna, for the tutorial, and Lanete for the suggestion. This community is so great. I don't know. Don't have the words. Okay, let me talk to you about, I don't know what to call it, magical mail. Goodness that people have sent me. Okay, number one, I think we all have, I didn't even know this is something you could do. I didn't even know this. Okay, so on 123 Stitch, I've gone there and I've sat and drank iced tea and picked, oh, I'd like to do that. Oh, I'd like to do that. And I put things in my wish cart. It's not something that I need immediately, but I'm thinking, oh, I really want to do that pattern. So this was one of the patterns that I really wanted to do. It's by Madame Chantilly, and it's called The Bear and the Tree. And it's a Christmas tree with a bear putting the star on top, and there's some birds with hanging some garland. It's just so charming. It was in my wish list, and one of my subscribers sent it to me. I didn't know how that happened. She went to my wish list, found something I had on there, and then had them send it to me. How nice is that? Oh, thank you, Lisa. That was very thoughtful and surprising. I didn't even know you could do that. So a whole new world has opened up to me, but I happen to love this pattern. So thank you very much. That was really thoughtful of you. It's so ingenious. I love that idea. I got a beautiful box of all sorts of goodies and goodness and prayers and love and charming cards and just the kindest things. And it came from my friend Donna Rae. I think you know her from FlannelJammiesFarm. And one of the things she put in there was this little beeswax waxer for my thread. And it's shaped like, it's shaped like a leaf for fall. And she's every detail, little tags tied on with twine. It's just lovely, lovely. She made this. It's this little pin cushion. It's like you can feel it maybe filled with sawdust or walnut shells. I'm not sure. She made these little pin. Oh, let's see. Maybe in front of my shirt. No. Oh, okay. She made the little pin counters with the different colored beads on the top to match this fabric, and then she found this at like a thrift store or a vintage shop, and then she just put that inside this little glass. I don't know if this was to hold toothpicks or if it was like a little vase or something, and she made that for me and she sent it to me. I'm telling you, she's the nicest. She's so smart. Oh, you bring in your A game when you talk with her. It kind of elevates you. She brings out the best in people. She's just so smart and kind. And here's the thing. She really doesn't make me feel goofy for any of my ideas, or I study an hour a day, and she doesn't. Never once has she said anything like, you're a goofy girl. She is always, oh, something new to learn? Oh, I'm all ears. Oh, what did you learn today? She's just the nicest, kindest person. Just having her in our community elevates all of us. She is one good cookie. I'm telling you, she's loving and kind and grace-filled, and just, oh, I'm so lucky that I got to meet her and become friends, and I'm lucky to call her friend. You know, that's the deal. That's a lot right there. I have a couple of Flosstube girls I want to talk to you about. Oh, I talked to you about Connie G Stitches. I already told you about her. She's talented. She's so calm. I need a little of her calmness. The 911Stitcher, and you spell that all out. I'll link the Flosstube girls below. I promise. That way you can just click on them and go right to them. Her name's Stacy. Ooh, her video number 3, she has both her German Shepherds come into the video, and you get to meet them, and they look really nice. They look like beautiful, beautiful dogs that are so kind. But anyway, she speaks really clearly. You can understand her. It's a real pleasure to listen to her. You don't have to strain. She just really speaks clearly, which I love. She's doing a little bit of Halloween autumn stitching right now. She's a real good stitcher. Always has something new and interesting to hear about. So, oh, I definitely suggest that you go over and see Stacy and tell her hello for me. Just really, really a nice person to spend some time with. Her name was 911Stitcher. So, you will enjoy your time there. Okay, so Connie and Stacy. Oh, and I have Stitching with the Sisterlies. That is Colleen and Cheryl. And yes, they're sisters. And one of the sisters, I believe it's Cheryl, has been stitching since she was 14 or 15 maybe. They're both seamstresses, sewing, quilting, beautiful quilting, really lovely crochet. These are talented, talented people. They have a piece with this gorgeous embroidery. Huge piece. So all kinds of handiwork. You're just going to be wowed. It's wonderful. So I believe it's Cheryl that has been stitching since she was 14. And then Colleen, she doesn't have a finish yet. She's a brand new cross stitcher. So it's real fun to see her kind of walking through the process and seeing how it goes and helping each other. And they laugh and laugh and giggle and giggle. And you're going to enjoy your time. You definitely will enjoy your time with them. So if you get a minute, take a second, stop by, pour yourself a cup of coffee, have a blueberry muffin. You'll enjoy your time there. You definitely will. So, oh, and we're down to what I'm grateful for. What am I grateful for? First of all, thank you so much. First of all, thank you for all of the subscribers. I really appreciate it. I never dreamed. You know, I've said this before. I was kind of hoping, fingers crossed, for 24. Because I thought, oh, I could make 24 Valentines. That would be fun. I would love to meet 24 new people. I don't think I can make 2013 Valentines. I don't think I can. I kind of want to, but I still want to stitch and do other things. So anyway, thank you very much. I'm very grateful for all of my subscribers. But because I've gotten to meet you and become friends and learn about different things, and it's just made my world so much better. I just really, you have elevated this thing that I call my hobby. So thank you very much. All of the kind words all of the comments and your kind words about our sweet dog, Sweet Liberty, passing away. I appreciate it. It's still tricky. It's still hard. I still miss her sitting beside me, walking with me, going places. So I appreciated your kind words. It's helping. It's helping a little bit each day. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, what am I really grateful for? I know this sounds so materialistic. I'm grateful for this fancy-dancy, wonderful, amazing espresso maker that I have. I love espresso. And here's my favorite espresso beans. It's from Pioneer Coffee Roasting Company. It's from Cleveland, Washington. This is where I live. That's east. It's halfway across the mountains for us. And so when we go that way, I stock up. This smells so good. You know I'm going to have a cup of espresso. I'm just going to push that button and the gorgeous dark liquid is going to come out of that magical machine. So anyway, if you need to order some espresso beans or regular coffee beans, they're an amazing coffee roaster. Excellent quality, excellent flavor. Ooh, the people are really nice. I love it. I love espresso. So anyway, okay, I'm thankful for that. Okay, I am thankful for a lot of us use Best Press. When you are going to iron some of your pieces, your cross stitch pieces, flip them over, put a towel down so it's nice and soft, flip them over, and then we spritz a little bit this around. One of the things I do is, just on this is a new one because we never have this back piece. Never. I'm using it for something, make a pattern. But I have one of these cardboard back pieces tucked underneath my ironing board. If you look under my ironing board, there's a cardboard piece in there. Okay, let me show you why. Let me see. Here. if I was, pretend this is the back side of this. If I was going to iron this, I put this cardboard piece over top, spray my best press on top of it around the edges, and that way the stitches don't get any of the liquid on them. Because sometimes I use over-dyed threads, and I really don't want those threads to bleed onto my fabric. So anyway, I just have this cardboard piece tucked under my sewing machine, or my ironing board. You know, there's like a string that goes across there, or I don't know, to hold the ironing board cover on, and I just lay it in there, and then I just grab it out when I need it. I just put it over the stitching. I, you know, lightly spritz around it, so the stitching never gets anything on it. However, I do use this, and I like it. I have no complaints. But the other day I was sewing on my quilt, and I forgot that I use this. It's by the soap company, and this is called Flatter. And they have different scents or what have you. It's a company from Toronto, Canada. You can get it online through Amazon or what have you. But anyway, this safe for fabrics, and it relaxes the fibers, the fibers that are like kinked up into those, like if you've had a piece of fabric folded for a couple years and then you go to lay it out to iron it, you still can see the lines. And so I end up using this product called Flatter. So anyway, and I do the same thing. I use that cardboard piece on top of whatever the stitching, and then I just lightly go around it with this product. So anyway, really, I love it. I'm very grateful for both of those. Really helps out. Okay. Oh, okay, here's a weird thing. It's not weird. It really works. It's amazing. Okay, so buy a little teeny scrub brush. Look how little that is. Okay, there's my hand. That's how big the scrub brush is. Little handle. Okay. In no way is this healthy. Do not think this is healthy whatsoever. Okay, so first of all, like you do every day, I'm sure every one of you do it because I do it, you go around your house and you open every single window for at least 15-20 minutes. I don't care how cold, how hot it is. Clean out that air and then we all feel better. But while the windows are open, you need to buy some of that Clorox toilet bowl cleaner. No, we're not cleaning the toilet. You take, it has a bent nozzle at the top, and then you can run it along, and you can hold it upright. You just run it along your tile, all of the grout in your bathroom, above your bathtub, or in the grout along the edge of the bathtub. Okay, so then you just you use that, and you can mark all of the grout. I only do it like once or twice a year. You don't need to do it all the time. And yes, I had to wear a mask. You should too. If you don't have one, tie a bandana over your nose and mouth. Seriously, it is not healthy in no way, shape, or form. Make sure the fan is going. Make sure you have the mask on, and open all of the windows in your house. And then just shut the door to the bathroom. And then you can go, oh, maybe you could stitch like 3 lengths of thread, 3 or 4 lengths of thread. Then go back, put your gloves on, and use this little brush, and you just swipe across each of the little grout marks, and then you take the shower water and spray over top of it. It's totally clean. It's brilliant. It is brilliant. It's easy. It's brilliant. Okay, now go around, shut all your windows. Your house will be much healthier with fresh air from outdoors. Believe it or not, outdoors is healthier than indoors. Anyway, I'm grateful. Grateful for that tip. I'm grateful for our picnic this weekend. We got to go across the mountains, and we went outside. It smelled so fresh and clean, and there were so many beautiful leaves. Oh, the reds and the yellows are starting to turn. Makes me so happy. So it was a really good picnic. It was a good getaway. So anyway, oh, that's all I have for you today. I got to get back to stitching. You know I want to go have an espresso. I'm going to eat one of those blueberry muffins. I'm going to wash my hands really well, and then I'm going to finish stitching that Santa. It went up so quickly. It just made up very fast, but I'm going to finish it, I promise. So it was great talking to you. Thanks again, Barbara, for donating the pattern for our giveaway. That went really well. Great comments. It's really been a good week. The only down thing I would say is I don't really care for doing Flosstube on a Monday. So this might be the last time I do a Flosstube on a Monday. That's 2 times in a row. I'm done. I've done it. So happy fall. Thanks for stopping by. We'll chat soon. Bye-bye.